Hello, Tea family. How are you? I'm hoping you're having a wonderful day. I know we have had a very busy day, but say hello to us in the chat or comments. Let us know what you're drinking tonight. I have this kind of a cup out, so that should be a clue that I am not drinking tea tonight. It's water time for me. We've been inside and talking a lot, and so dehydration is a thing. And yes, we are not from my regular location. I warned you all last week. We had an event, as you can see my notes. We had an event this weekend, and so we are really excited about that. And talking to a lot of people about tea, had some great questions. Plus, I had a couple of people send in some questions. So feel free to say hello. My handy dandy assistant, you can't see him, but he is right over there. He's going to help me keep an eye on the chat and the comments while we answer the questions live today. So, like I said, just say hello. Put any questions in the chat or comment. Let us know that you are there. We are excited about talking to everybody today. All right. So, I'm going to start off with our first question that we had. And that was actually one that we got over this weekend. And it is tea better for you in the morning or at night? And our philosophy, of course, is tea is good anytime. But uh, really, you can drink tea anytime. Hello, Diane, and hello, Kim. It is nice to see you all here. Lemon Zinger Hot. That was actually a popular tea this weekend. Lemon Zinger was a popular tea. So, in answer to the question, is tea better for you in the morning or at night? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. Uh, Morning, it's great to have for energy, antioxidants, can help boost digestion. Evening, I'm going to recommend going through with caffeine free herbal blends, or if you are sensitive to caffeine, you can have that third cup of your, dark tea like appealing or something on that idea where you've really gotten rid of most of the caffeine for it anyway. So perfect time to have that. You're really looking at more ways to relax and have better sleep, especially with those kind of caffeine. A lot of people like herbal. That is a very popular question at events that we go to, is which one of these teas would you recommend before bed or to relax? And we always kind of talk about different ones, and we definitely talk to people about moving into some of our caffeine free. It's funny, there's a difference between decaffeinated and caffeine free. Decaffeinated may still have some caffeine in it, whereas caffeine free, there's nothing in there. And so we always kind of steer people through. And so it's one of those great things that we enjoyed being able to share, that you can drink it at any time. All right. Second question. Uh, so it is September as we go live, the middle of September actually, and somebody was asking, how long will the tea stay and stay good? Will it stay fresh if I buy it now for someone for Christmas? And we're like, absolutely. As long as you don't open the package, because we sell it in the pouches, as long as you don't open that package, you are good till Christmas. And even then, you'll probably have a full year once you open it. It will start to deteriorate eventually, but uh, typically, if you store it correctly, most black teas can last longer because they're more oxidized, but you've got at least 12 to 15 months if you wait and not open it till Christmas and things like that. So it doesn't tea doesn't really go bad. It just kind of fades. It becomes less powerful, less flavorful, and so we all want to do it. Diane had Highland Dawn after work on Friday and then took a cat nap. So, Diane, I am one of those people who, other than a rare occasion, I can drink fully caffeinated tea and then go right to sleep. Not a problem. So, one of the funny things is we actually offered Highland Dawn today. We switched it up a little bit. Normally, we offer the same teas both days. Today, this weekend, we did it a little different. We offered Appealing, Ruby Chai, and Ancient Green Dragon, three of our very popular blends yesterday, and then today was Highland Dawn, Sunlit Orchard, and Emerald Garden, and they were all very much enjoyed. Now, I will tell you that I didn't know if you all noticed, but I did go live yesterday and today at the event and made a tea mocktail. And yesterday's event, of course, I featured Serene Sunrise as well. I just made a little pot of it on the side. So, all right. So, what's the difference between like a fall blend of tea and a regular blend of tea? And this is a question that we got over the weekend as well. And I said a lot of people will talk about a fall blend because you're using spices or flavors that are for things that come out in the fall. I said appealing is a fall blend for us because apples typically get picked in the fall months, kind of like September, October-ish. And so it's a fall type of flavor, and that's what it would do. But typically, fall blends are also going to have kind of some warming spices, cinnamon, clove, ginger. They kind of have that cozy warming effect. Whereas traditional herbal options like chamomile, mint, and things like that are often lighter and they're not as season specific, so people don't think about it. Serene Sunrise, you have cinnamon and black tea, but you don't really think of the cinnamon as much of a fall thing there. But when you move into the chais were very, very popular when they were trying because it's more of the flavors of the fall, like apple. Okay.
Betsy said she feels that name because I ran out of caffeine and take a nap.
So there you go. Betsy's in that with us. She can drink the caffeine and then fall asleep. I know some people stop being able to do that at some point, but for me, I haven't hit that point yet. So it's always nice. It's always nice. Let's see. Don't forget, if you have a question, put in the chat or comments yourself. We did run into some fun people. We really had a great time this weekend. But because of it, I wasn't able to talk to as many people about the questions. Thankfully, I didn't receive as many online questions to add in today. So I want to make sure I get everybody's question answered. So another question we have is, can you use tea to help boost your immune system for fall and winter where everybody seems to have a cold? And I will say that Google will tell us yes, because the catechins and the polyphenols that you would enjoy in your teas, they have benefits, but herbal ingredients like ginger and chamomile, those are also immunity friendly, as well as the fact that tea will actually, if you drink it hot, will help keep your body warm and more temperature. And there's a lot of antioxidants in it, and a lot of people like that. I went years ago. I found a vanilla rooibos tea that I absolutely loved, and I was drinking it every day. And it was the only time I never had a cold. I never had a sniffle the entire year. And then I couldn't get that brand anymore, and I couldn't get that tea anymore. And then I started to have colds and different things again. And I'm like, I don't know, was it the fact that I was drinking the tea? Or was it just, one of those things that you went a year without getting sick? I don't know, but I will say that when I start to be around people a lot like I was this weekend, I will definitely boost up. I typically will boost up on some of my vitamin C teas like lemon zinger, because the lemon and the ginger, or things like that, where I'm going to get a little boost for my immunity after being around so many people. So other questions that you all have? I haven't seen anything come up. I just want to make sure I'm not missing it.
Diet soda can also help reduce stress.
Yes, tea is really good for helping to reduce stress, because it's a community thing, and it's a relaxing drink. And so you're absolutely right. And reducing your stress actually helps your immune system quite significantly. a lot of studies coming out recently about your cortisol or stress level and your overall health in general. So that's a good point, Diane. Thank you very, very, very much. Um, so I thought let's ask you all. I've been asking other people. Do you prefer fall blends that are fruity or fall blends that are more savory and spicy? So kind of put it in the chat. So an idea of a fall blend that would be fruity, kind of like Dancing Plum will be, because it's the plum with the apple and a little bit of spice, or like Appealing, where you have the apple and cinnamon and black tea, versus more of the spicy, savory. Then I want you to think some of our chais, like the onyx chai, the ruby chai, jade chai, or I'm trying to think of another one that's kind of spicy. So I don't think of like my breakfast blends as really spicy. So um put in the chat or comments, everybody. Let me know what your opinion is. And then we had another idea. So I do need everybody to comment on this one as well. We, as you know, we have samplers. We have an overall tea sampler, which has our 9 most popular blends. We have the green tea only, the caffeine free tea only, and some other sampler blends. Sorry, we're camping. I can't cut the noise out, or everybody. I apologize. But we actually had a request this weekend for some more fruity teas. And it's funny because we just came off of, like, in spring and summer, we tend to have a lot more fruity teas than we do in the winter months. And we were thinking of putting together a sampler that had a 9 1/2 ounce sampler set that actually had featured a lot of our fruity teas. So every tea in there, be it herbal or black tea or a green tea, has some sort of fruit in it. Thoughts? What do you think of that idea? You think we should move forward and try and create it? If so, what's one of the teas that would absolutely have to be included in it? Like, it wouldn't, if we did it, one of the 9 teas must be ... and fill in the blank, and let me know in the chat or the comments, whether you're live with me or you're watching on the replay. It just sparked my interest because they were really focused on fruity teas, and I was like, well, we could do a fruity tea sampler type of thing. Okay, Kim is all about the fruit, always tea and fruit, both. I mean, I love that. Diane leans towards fruity fall flavors. I like that too. And I'm getting feedback that you all like the idea of the fruit sampler. So what's one tea that we absolutely would have to include in that fruit tea sampler? Now, I do have to say that while it was in my back of my head and I was in between talking with people today, I did kind of think about some of the fruity teas that we have that I might want to include. Uh, so I know that there's a couple that I think I would want in there. I knew it. I was just did you hear the Kim, did you hear my handy dandy assistant say Kim's gonna pick Aloha Breeze? You know what's funny is I actually mentioned that tea to several people over the weekend. They're like, "Do you have anything with mango? Do you have anything with pineapple? Do you have any white tea?" And I was like, you just missed Aloha Breeze at that one thing." And a couple of people were looking for peaches. I was like, well, we just finished our summer kiss tea, so so I've got 1 vote for Aloha Breeze.
They could have bought a whole sampler set. It had the summer kiss in it.
Aloha Breeze is not in our green tea sampler
No,
set. It's a white tea.
Someone's looking for peach tea.
Yeah.
Summer kiss.
Harmony, Summer Kiss, and Sunlit Orchard. See, there you go. There you go. So we did do the apple theme this weekend. It's cider days, and so they have apple cider there, and they did do apple cider donuts for the very first time. I will say they did a great job. They just, from a New Englander, they just needed to add a little more apple cider to the donut mix. Just a little bit more to make it a little stronger apple cider thing. Kim was like, she didn't hear you. She didn't hear you, handy dandy assistant, but she would hate to let us down. but so we did apple themes. This is typically the first big event of the year. This is actually the event we did 3 years ago where we debuted our appealing tea, that apple cinnamon black tea. And so that is one of the things we had that yesterday. And then today, Sunlit Orchard, your apple ginger and a vanilla tea. And so it was funny because it was very apple themed. Kim has Aloha Breeze covered. Diane thinks you have that one covered, Kim. I love it. I love it. But that's what we want. We want the feedback for, we were thinking, hey, this sounds like fun, but, is it just because I think it might be fun doesn't mean that everybody else is going to agree. So, and then I thought, well, if we do go ahead and do it, what teas would we include? So,
apparently, Kim ran across the kitchen comment. Aloha Breeze.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Betsy. Thanks for letting us know that your mom ran across the kitchen to be able to make that kind of a comment. I love it. I love it. Okay, so that's probably something that we will do fairly soon. And I do like doing teas that we can take out of season. Like Harmony is a great one. Starlight Pear would be another one. Those kind of things. I love that idea. I just figure I'll play around with it. It won't be at our event that we have next week, but maybe we'll start bringing it to some in October. I have to kind of put it together, get a box that's a different color so we don't get confused, because it's easy for us to get confused sometimes, and just kind of take it from there. I am also really excited that people loved some of the gift boxes that we put together. So if you were with our last live sale that we have quarterly, you saw a preview of the gift boxes, and people were absolutely loving them. They were really enjoying them. We did a new twist on did something a little bit different for our 12 teas of Christmas. We mixed up the teas and we changed the packaging a little bit. That went over really, really well, and found some really cute Advent tin boxes. We've got, those ready to go. Already have to make some more to replace them, but that was fun. Let's see. I think I had one more question in here. You forgot about Starlight Pear? Man, I like Starlight Pear, and I haven't. I am definitely thinking about Starlight Pear because we just finished freeze drying a tremendous amount of pear. How many pounds of pears did we actually freeze dry? No, that's how much we got, but I think we did can some of the pears. So I would say, yeah, I think we freeze dried like 20 pounds of pears to make sure we have enough for teas.
Now we have about 6 ounces of freeze dried pear.
Okay, so Kim is asking a question. What tea, probably green tonight, but can be black for morning, should I have with vanilla blueberry scones I am making? First of all, I want one of those vanilla blueberry scones.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying right now. All right, so blueberry, I would say, blueberries are a fun berry because you can go in so many different directions, but you've already got vanilla in there. So I might do at night, if I was trying to reduce my caffeine, I might go with like a Sunlit Orchard where you've got the apple ginger. In the morning, I would probably go like Highland Dawn. Golden Breakfast would be a good one, that vanilla breakfast. I would also think about, I would go with Highland Dawn, and then I would think Serene Sunrise. The little bit of cinnamon that you're going to have with the blueberry and the vanilla, they're going to match pretty well. Sunset Black would be another one. Well, no, I don't know that I would go with Sunset Black. That's got orange. I would say those would be, and if you wanted a green tea, we'll give you some. All right, so I just saw a comment come up from Betsy. We'll give you some scones when you give us some mocktails. Now, Betsy, I actually
Sure wash.
I have to say it's funny because we made the mocktails live, and our neighbor kept like, "Hey, can I have another one of that? Can I try that again?" Unfortunately, it was Rummy B, so it was fun because we know them. But and Betsy, I did give you some. I gave your mom the recipe to our peach mocktail for her to make when you all came back from your camping trip or your outdoor trip, and you all decided to spend too much time in the heat and the sun. Because I made it for the ladies at Bible study, and then I gave her the recipe. So I know she was drinking that with Summer Kiss for a while. So there you go. But yes, I'm happy to trade mocktails. Ancient Green Dragon or Emerald Garden. So with that one, if you wanted to go with the green tea, absolutely, Diane. I'm going to go with Ancient Green Dragon. You're going to have the vanilla picking up. Emerald Garden would work, but I think the Ancient Green Dragon would work better. The other thing that you can always do is lemon zinger. So since you have vanilla and blueberry, if you want to have like a contrasting flavor for a green tea, I would go with the lemon. Again, the ginger is going to fit in really well there, and lemon and blueberry really go together well. So there you go, Kim. She's like, I make it, but she isn't here enough. See, your mom makes the mocktails, and you're just not there for them. But that's okay. We're making more. I am working on a mocktail right now for our Dancing Plum that's going to be coming out. Having fun with that. I actually have someone who is an official bartender in a restaurant in Salina, and that's known for making mocktails and cocktails and things. And we are working on some recipes together. So that's going to be even more fun. But yes, I would go with Ancient Green Dragon or Lemon Zinger for green. So there you go. That's like 6 different choices depending, and I know you have some of those at the house. Unless your family broke in and stole all your tea, in which case I think you'll be okay. I think you know where to get more. So um let's see. I knew there was one other question that we got. Okay. I don't know what happened. I wouldn't have thought of Sunlit Orchard. It sounds like an interesting combo. So does the Ancient Green Dragon things. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it's one of those. The ginger's going to carry it. The apple isn't going to be as predominant, but it's going to really bring out that vanilla flavor. And that's the thing. Part of what you need to think about is, are you trying to find complementary flavors, or are you trying to find contrasting flavors? Like lemon zinger is definitely a contrasting flavor, but it'll work really, really well. Whereas the Ancient Green Dragon is going to be more of a complementary flavor. So one of those things. What was it? I lost my question. It was another one I got. Does anybody else have any other questions before as we start to get ready to wrap up? I don't remember what we are doing next week. Betsy's like, in her defense, it's not stealing if they thrust it into her hands. This is true. This is true, Betsy. I would say that any judge would find the same. So you're good. You're good. I can't remember what the other question is. Does anybody else have any other questions for me? Please put them in the chat in the comments. I don't remember what we are doing next week. I do know that it's been organized. Kim just needs help with a decision. I understand I have many days where I'm done making any and all decisions for the day. So,
Today about 3:30.
yes, today about 3:30 I was done making any kind of decisions. I'm trying to remember that one last question, but we will be back online. Oh, I have a question for you all. One more. So it started, but there's now a conversation. Who made the better pirate? So we were celebrating Talk Like a Pirate Day on Friday. We taught, and each of us did a short reel video I will tell you, we had fun doing it and figuring out the scripts and everything. And then it is totally my fault that he was wearing his RBPT shorts, because he said, "Hey, should I put on pants?" And I said, "No, nobody's gonna see your shorts. We're only gonna do it from like kind of the tummy up. It'll be fine." And then all of a sudden, whatever reason, the way the camera went, everybody saw that he was wearing Army PT shorts. And I just laughed because that was completely my fault. But who did the better pirate? Um, it started to be a contest. We had people telling us, "Hey, I liked this one better. I like that one better." We were just being a bunch of goofballs celebrating the day and having fun. We needed after a very long and arduous week that turned into a very crazy and arduous weekend in some ways. So, let's see.
Kim was loving enough to give her daughter oolongs, and man, I tell you what.
Okay. And Kim, let's see, Kim's like, she gave her the oolongs and she has discovered it's not her favorite. I get that. Diane did enjoy the pirate reel. She said she's gonna plead the fifth. Diane, I'm not upset if you like your brothers better. It's okay. I'm completely cool with that. Kim voted for you though, Rich. She said you made a better pirate in spite of the PTs. That's okay. We were not trying to make it a contest amongst ourselves, but we had people going, "Oh, I liked his better. Oh no, you made a better pirate," and we're like, we don't care. We just had fun with it. So it was just a fun video to make, something a little bit different. We will be doing some more of those kind of crazy things coming up. So if you ever have an idea, feel free to share it.
If you want to order a Nona's Kitchen Secrets shirt like you have on, let us know.
No, because these shirts, we are keeping them. But if you may have noticed, our logo changed a little bit. This was our old logo, and our new logo has changed just a little bit, a little more T focused. So, anyway, all right. Well, I don't see any more questions coming in. Thanks for joining us. I hope you all have a wonderful week. We will see you next Sunday at 6 Central, if not before. And enjoy your tea, everybody. We'll see you later.
Bye.